too, but they're really not overextended. They're up a lot, yes, but these things still need to kind of squeeze out before they're done. So keep that in mind, and these things can keep on going. So the ideas here will be to watch them all in sync, but watch for lower highs and watch for any parabolics. A weak open, I would consider a buy on any textbook setup, ABCD type. So again, usually I like to remind people that look at these stocks and they think, oh, you know, the stock's going up, so it's got to come back at some point. I like to remind people that, hey guys, it doesn't have to pull back. So the idea would be 12 parabolic for a quick short. Otherwise, if it starts to go up in the morning and then pretty much puts in a top at 12, pulls back, top at 12, pulls back, top at 1190, pulls back, that's when I want to get short and risk on the 12s. Once you have a set risk versus reward. So SPWR, same idea. Remember the consolidation. It had a nice little breakout towards 22, but the only way I'd be trading this short is big moves that you can take advantage of. Otherwise, I'd be longing it off dips as long as the trend holds, and you need to have some type of set risk. So that's all I would do here. This thing is nearing a very big breakout. So if this 22 breaks off a weak open and it starts to kind of grind back up and it gets through that 22, this is the kind of stock that can spike $1 in a couple minutes. So JKS is the next solar. Obviously we went over it, but weak open, red to green, maybe retest towards these 970s where it was pretty much topped and then it pretty much held as support. And then get long for red to green and a 10 break, because everybody's going to be thinking 10 break. It's been top, 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 and if it breaks, there's a good chance that it gets to 11 or even higher. WPRT, I'm probably going to pull off just because it consolidated a day or two ago, and it's got a pretty good base at 33.50, and then it went through 34 without any really big issue, and it consolidated around 35 pretty much most of the day. So I don't really want to get caught up in this. I'd rather see it towards 36, 37, and then start thinking about it. So I'll remember it, but I'm not going to put it on scan for tomorrow because I don't really think that there's going to be a play. Max downside is probably towards 34s, which sure is great. It's $1 per share, but I really think that this thing's going to break out towards 36, 37 first. So right now, I remember it. I'll have it up. I'll look for it in the morning, but I'm not going to put it on scan. So I'm going to go ahead and take it off. And then MOBI, MOBI, I might put it on scan. I'm undecided. It's not something I probably will trade though. So it is a really big breakout, and I know there's a lot of guys in the chat room that do trade these types of stocks. So I think I'm going to keep it on because if they alert it and they see it, even though I might not be watching it or trading it, it'll at least put it back on my radar and I'll probably take a stab at it. So MOBI, it's unlikely that I'll trade it since it's lighter volume, but if it does set up, if it has a pullback 325, 330s, I think the risk is based on this 325 level. You can see on the daily chart. It's got some good consolidation and it keeps on getting bought up, bought up, bought up. So it should act as some type of base. So if it does have that weak open, retest, and it perks, I will look to get long for the 350 breakout. And this is the kind of stock that can go to 4 and beyond within a few hours, as you can see right here. It just needs the volume. So if it has 1 million shares or more, it's probably going to be decent. And next up is EVC. Now, EVC has been in play for quite some time. I talked about it a little bit earlier in the DVD and pretty much showing the difference between a parabolic breakout and something that is slowly grinding and you either A, need it to break out, or one of the types that I've been talking about that really needs a late day fade. And it has consolidated quite a bit at 650, so there's a better chance that it's going to break out, but I'm not going to long it. It's not something that I'm comfortable with that's come up off 3. But I will look for the late day crack, because if it does crack, it's going to wash out pretty nicely. It's had some heavy volume. It's kind of getting a little toppy. It's tried a few times, but it is holding on to the gain. So we'll see how it hangs out around 650. If it does a 650 over and under and starts to top out, then I'm going to go ahead and kick it off my watch list and not even trade it. But if it does peak there a few times and starts to fade, 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 then I want to get short and I can have a set risk versus reward. And last but not least is ISIS, and I'm going to go ahead and take it off because if you look at it intraday, it's just not my type. It's got a really tight channel, and most of the move was in the morning, and then it just consolidated all day. So this is the kind that pretty much bores me out. You might nail it, but you've got to stay in it all day, and that's not the type of trade that I'm looking for. So that's how we do our nightly homework in the chat room. And I post these lists every single night for subscribers. And then I give an update in the morning, not only to what I was looking at before, but anything new that has my interest in the morning. And then we formulate a plan of how we're going to attack it out of the gate. Now you have a good understanding of who to follow on Twitter, as well as any other people that you might find interesting. Now you know how you can actually make money and how you can develop an edge. The other important part is understanding beating of a dead horse, meaning the more times that it's tweeted, the more times that it's talked about, each time is going to be less and less and less important for traders. So focus on the first alert. You need to focus on recent success and failures, because a good track record is going to lead to the next good play. But a failed track record might have some follow through, but there's a good chance that it could pull right back, and you can take advantage of that. You've got a strong understanding of what to look out for when the stock is under the short sell restriction and how to trade differently. You have a different idea coming into the market. You have a different strategy late day. If it's late day fader and it looks like it's going to crack, you don't always want to chase that. It's better to anticipate it off of pops versus chasing it down, where, as you saw, it can pop straight up, squeeze you, you'll take the loss, and it ends up right back to where it was. And the most important part to take away from this chapter is actually learning how to scan. Learning what to focus on, learning the importance of having a plan for the next day, because that's what it's all about. You come to the market prepared, and it's going to make you actually trade less, and you're going to make more. When you don't come prepared, you're going to be all over the place, you're going to be taking random trades, and it's going to make trading stressful. You want to make trading as stressless as possible, and doing homework is the best way to do that. Once again, thank you for purchasing the DVD. I hope you truly enjoyed it. I hope you learned something, and I really hope to see you in the room. Make sure that you watch it over and over, because you're not going to pick up everything the first time. You're going to learn something new each and every time you watch it. Make sure that you took notes. If you didn't, go watch it again. I know it's overwhelming to see chart after chart after chart, but these are all charts that have come straight out of the chat room. When the profits come down and it shows the verified gain, those are all stocks that I've alerted in the chat room that members have profited from. They're actual live trades. The biggest thing about what we do in the chat room is we cut down that learning curve. And this DVD has already cut down the time that it's going to take for you to become profitable, for you to overcome the mistakes that most traders make. You need to stay focused. And when you're in chat, you surround yourself with successful people. If you want to become successful, you should always surround yourself with successful people. Ask questions, speak up. If you don't understand something, ask someone. The chat gives you the confidence that you need to stick with the plan. It's there to give you a high five when you nail it, and it's there to pick you up on the days that you're down. Our chat room is the foundation for solid trading ideas each and every day. When we're trading, it's not about me, it's not about you, it's about us. It's about everyone in the chat room coming together as a community for that one common goal. And the common goal is profit. You've taken the first right step, and that's buying the DVD, because it is cutting down the time that you need to learn. I hope that you learn from all the mistakes that I've made. I've made plenty of them, I've lost plenty of money. And most of these things that I've covered is going to save you thousands and thousands of dollars, because you're bound to make the same exact mistakes that I did. And brokers, make sure that you're at the right broker. Find out what you're looking to do. Are you mainly a shorter? Are you mainly long? Are you mainly an OTC trader? Whatever that fit is, I've covered it in the DVD. If you have questions, reach out to me. I'm willing to help you figure out exactly where you should put your capital and how you should spread it out so that you can get the best borrows, the best trading platforms, and the best bang for your buck all around. You're on the right track, and if there's any way that I can ever help, do not be afraid to reach out.